Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now see the first problem. सबने ड्रॉ किया है कि नहीं?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, ठीक. Okay, now I will explain first of all how to draw this figure. Now, in a pin joiner 4-bar mechanism as shown in figure, okay, AB is equal to 300 mm. The distance of AB is given. BC is equal to CD is equal to 360 mm, and AD is equal to 600 mm. The angle BAD, now this angle is given here 60 degree. The crank AB rotate uniformly at 100 rpm. Means what is given here? Speed of AB is given. Locate all ICRs and find the angular velocity of the crease. Okay. How can draw this figure? Anyone explain? First of all, you have to draw the fixed link AD, which is a straight line of 600 mm. How much scale you have taken?
1 centimeter is equal to 100 mm.
Okay, suppose scale मैंने लिया 1 centimeter is equal to 1 centimeter is equal to 100 mm. Okay, means ये 6 centimeter AB हो गया. Now it is your fixed link. Okay, now next
Angle.
You have to take out this BAD angle at a 60 degree, and you have to draw a randomly one line at an angle 60 degree. Okay, but the distance of that line is given 300. 3 centimeter पे यहाँ पे भी आ जाएगा. Okay, now next, how can locate this C point? C कैसे locate किया?
By compass.
By compass, correct. Now take down B as a center, distance 360 mm in your compass, and draw an arc. Okay. Same, you have to take down D as a center and distance 360 mm means 3.6 centimeter in your compass. Draw another arc. Okay, you will get the C point, and you have to join it. You will get this mechanism. Okay. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Now you
sir.
have to find out the first हो गया space diagram or configuration diagram. Now second one is, second में क्या है? Second point is, you have to find out the velocity of input link. We know the speed of input link. Input link is your AB. Okay. Input link is your AB. The speed is given 100 rpm. Means when AB is given, you have to find out omega AB. Omega AB कितना आएगा यहाँ पे? Omega is equal to, what is the formula? Omega is equal to 2 pi n upon 60. Correct? Now tell me the answer.
10.47.
10.47 radian per second. Correct? Now this is the 10.47 radian per second. Once you get the omega AB, you can easily find out the velocity of B or velocity of AB. You can either write down velocity AB or velocity B, because A is the velocity at A. Now velocity B is equal to R into omega. Radius means the distance of the link or length of the link AB into omega AB. Omega AB is known here 10.47 into B. The distance of AB is given 300 mm. You have to convert it into meter. Meter में कितना आएगा? 0. Please mute yourself. Hello. Now tell me, AB is equal to in meter 0.3 meter. Okay. Now what is the velocity B? What is the answer?
3.14 meter per second.
3.14
4
meter
meter
per
per second.
second. Correct. 3.14 meter per second. Okay. Okay. Now what is the next step? What is the next step? Once you do this mechanism, here is the AB, or sorry, AD, which is the fixed link. Now AD is fixed link. Next, you have to draw AB at an angle 60 degree. Okay. Now next, you have to draw now this is the B and this is the C. Got it? Okay.
Okay, sir.
First step configuration diagram हो गया. Now we know the velocity of B. कितना है velocity of B? Velocity of B is your
3.14
meter per second. Now next step, you have to mark the number of links in the given mechanism. Okay. Now you have to always mark the first number to, or give the first number to this link AB, which is fixed. Now next number second you have to give the input link. Now in that case, the input link or the speed of rotation in RPM of link AB is given here, but the rotation in which direction is not considered here, is not given here. Okay. If you see this problem, the crank AB rotates uniformly at 100 RPM, but in which direction, clockwise or anti-clockwise? It is not mentioned. You have to consider it is rotated in clockwise direction. Okay. Consider it is rotated in clockwise direction. Okay. Suppose it is rotated in clockwise direction, means it is, this link is your input link. You have to mark the number to this input link is 2. Next, third number for which link? Anyone?
BC.
BC. And fourth number is your C. Once you know the number of links in the given mechanism, you have to count the number of links in the given mechanism. These are the 4 number of links. You have to find out the next step is your capital N. What is this capital N? Capital N is
Number of instantaneous center.
Correct. Number of ICRs. Now, what is the formula?
N bracket n minus 1 upon 2.
Correct. N into bracket, small n into bracket, n minus 1 divided by 2. Now, n for n is small n is equal to
Number
how
of
much?
links.
Number of
All
links.
links.
4.
Mechanism are
4.
Means what is the answer?
6.
Correct.
6.
Means in the given mechanism there are 6 number of ICR. Now, what is the next step? What is the next step?
List of ICR in the mechanism.
Correct. List बनाना है. Now you have to make a list of ICR in the given mechanism. 6 है, लेकिन which are the 6 number of ICRs? Okay. I have to make a list. In that case, you have to make a column. Okay. You have to make a column. How many columns? How many columns? Anyone?
4 columns.
There are 4 columns. Why 4 columns?
4 links, 4 columns.
In the first row, you have to write down the link. There are 4 links, hence you have to Draw 4 columns. 1. Now this is the 2, 3. If there are 6 number of links in the given mechanism, you have to make a 6 columns. Okay. Now next, in each column you have to write down the ICR of that link with respect to another link. Okay. For example, first link you have to consider, or first column you have to write down the ICR. Now tell me, first ICR, instantaneous center of rotation I of 1 with respect to 2. Okay. Then ICR of 1 with respect to
3.
3. Now ICR of 1 with respect to
4.
4. Correct. Now take down the second
Sir,
column.
sir,
Ah,
sir, 3 कैसे आया?
I1 3. Now you have to consider for each and every you have to consider the relation of each and every link. Okay, for instantaneous center means you have to suppose take down the 1 with respect to 2, ICR of 1 with respect to 2, 1 with respect to 3, 1 with respect to 4. Okay.
So हर एक लिंक
Okay,
के लिए मतलब है,
हाँ
हर एक लिंक के लिए ऐसा लिखना है ना?
हाँ, हर एक लिंक के लिए, हर एक लिंक के लिए. Okay. Now suppose consider the second column. You have to write down the ICR of second column or the second link with respect to other ring. Now tell me first one क्या आएगा? I
2, 3.
2 1.
correct.
2 1.
Now 2 1 is here. I1 2 means I2 1. There is no difference. Okay. Already we have done in first column. Don't repeat. Okay. I2 3 means यहाँ पे 2 2 to 3
I2
and 2
4.
to 4. Correct.
4.
I2 4. And last one. Next one I
3, 4.
3 4. Okay. And I4 3 यहाँ पे लिखेंगे तो already we are done here. Okay. Understand?
सर मतलब रिपीट नहीं करना है वो?
हाँ, repeat नहीं आना चाहिए.
ओके सर. तो 4 में
Okay.
कुछ नहीं आएगा ना फिर?
Hey, there is no link for the next of this 4 means 5 6 रहेगा तो I4 5 I4 6 ऐसे आएगा. ठीक है. यहाँ पे क्या लिखेंगे फिर I4 3 हो गया, यहाँ पे I4 2 ऑलरेडी हो गया, I4 1 ऑलरेडी हो गया. ओके. चलो.
हाँ ओके सर. हाँ सर ओके.
Now to count down number of ICRs in the table 1 2 3 4 5 6. There are 6 number of ICRs and by calculating the number of ICRs you will get the 6 number. Okay. Finish. Next step. Okay. Now next, what is the next step? Next step क्या रहेगा? You have to locate the ICR. जो भी number of ICRs है, you have to locate that ICR in the configuration diagram. जो भी diagram आपने scale draw किया है, you have to locate that ICR on the particular point. Okay, means for example, take down the A point or the intersection of link 1 and 2. You will get which ICR here? I. Which one? I. यहाँ पे.
1 2.
Correct. I12. Now come to the table and mark that ICR. मुझे मिल गया. Now next, see at the B or intersection of 1 and 4. I14.
1 4.
Mark on the table. Next intersection at the 3. Oh, sorry, intersection at the B.
I3.
Link 2 and 3 are intersect. यहाँ पे I23 or I32. I23. Now mark the table. Next at the C. I3.
I34.
Correct. I34. Where is I34? Now the two ICRs are remaining. Okay. Which are the two ICRs are remaining?
I13 I24.
Correct. I13, I24. Okay. Now I12, I14, I23, I34. These are the fixed and permanent ICRs. You have to mark by inspection. मुझे दिख रहा है. I will mark it by inspection. Okay. Those are not visible in the figure. You have to mark them by using a Kennedy's theorem. Okay. Means I13 and I24 you have to mark by using a Kennedy's theorem. How can mark these ICRs? You have to take down the first ICR I13. What is the procedure? What is the procedure? First of all, you have to draw
Circle.
circle. Randomly, any radius you have to draw here circle. Next step, either draw by using a rounder or you have to draw freehand. Next, you have to mark the point on the circle equal to how many
Number of
points you have to mark here?
Number of links.
Number of links. कितने links है यहाँ पे? There are 4 number of links. You have to mark the 4 number of points. Randomly, you have to take down anywhere. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Now, what is the next step? You have to join that point. Now, these numbers are known as a link. These numbers are known as a link. Means one point means one link, second link, third link, fourth link. We know the intersection of link 1 and 2, which is your ICR I12. Intersection of link 2 and 3 is your ICR I23. Intersection of link 3 and 4 is your ICR 34. Intersection of link 1 and 4 is your ICR 14. Correct? Means you have to join that line. जो भी ICR मुझे figure में मिले by inspection, you have to join that line. Means I12, suppose see in the table I12. I12 means intersection of 1 and 2. Means you have to join this line I12. Okay. What this line says, this is your I intersection, ICR I12. Similarly, you have to join the 2, 3. What this line says, I 2, 3. Next, I 3, 4. Is it right?
Yes.
And I1.
Yes.
Got it? यहाँ तक समझ में आया सबको?
So वो आर्क्स कैसे बने, मतलब मेजरमेंट के हिसाब से या फ्री हैंड ही?
क्या
आर्क्स वो 1 2 3 4 सर्कल में
आर्क नहीं है. Now it is a straight line. You have to join
Straight
it
line,
by you have to join it by freehand.
मतलब randomly पॉइंट करना है.
Randomly point anywhere you have to on the circumference of the circle you have to mark the points, number of links. Suppose 6
Okay,
रहेंगे तो 6 पॉइंट मार्क करने हैं वहाँ पे, ठीक है. And you have to join it, but लेकिन कौन सी ज्वाइन करना है जो ICR मुझे मिले वो, क्योंकि 1 और 2 पॉइंट इज द लिंक. ओके. I12 क्या है? इंटरसेक्शन ऑफ 1 and 2. मींस अगर 1 and 2 को मैंने ज्वाइन किया, you will get the straight line. Now the meaning of that straight line is your ICR I12. Okay.
okay.
Next, you have to find out the first ICR I13 by Kennedy's theorem. I will write here separately I13. अभी ICR I13 कैसे मिलेगा? It is a point, and that point you will get intersection of the two lines. यहाँ पे एक line रहेगा और यहाँ पे एक line. Okay, you have to make these two lines. Now this is the line number 1 and this is the line number 2. दो line मुझे मिल गए जहाँ पे सेट होगा. That point is your I13. अभी दो line कब मिलेगी तुम्हें? When you make it 2 points. Okay, and you have to join that 2 points and extend it. You will get the one line like this. Okay, and when you will get the 2 points, you have to make a triangle. Okay, now come to this circle. Okay, now I want the ICR I13. That's why I will join here 1 and 3 point. See in the circle 1 and 3. Now the line joining 1 and 3 is your ICR 13. When we join this 1 and 3, see that the line joining 1 and 3 make a 2 adjacent triangles. Okay. Now which are the 2 adjacent triangles in the figure?
1 2 3 and 1 4 3.
Correct. 1 2 3 and 1 4 3. Okay. By using the first triangle, you will get the first straight line. By using the second triangle, you will get the second straight line. You have to extend it. Where it intersects, you will get the I13. Okay. Now consider the first triangle and tell me the 2 points for getting the straight line.
I12, I23.
I12,
I23.
correct. I23. Now see in the figure, where is I12? Here is I12. Where is I23? Here is I23. Okay, you have to join it and extend it by dotted line or by faint line. Okay, extend on both sides. Now next angle you have to consider the second triangle I1, I4, 3 and tell me the 2 points. I
1,
4 and 3.
3, 4.
I1, 4 and I3, 4. Again, you have to make a line here. See the I1, 4 is here at the D and I3, 4 is at the C. Now you have to join these 2 points and you have to extend it. Now the intersection point of the 2 lines is your I. Which point is this?
I13.
Correct. I1. You will get here I13. Okay. Got it, all of you?
सर I13 इसमें कैसे दिया
Yes, sir.
मतलब
हाँ?
I13 का स्टेप
I13
इसमें
का
सर्कल में जो 1 और 3 का जो डायगोनल ड्रॉ
हाँ,
किया है
फाइंड द 1 and 3. अभी मुझे फाइंड आउट करना है जो पहले थे वो सॉलिड लाइन से मैंने ज्वाइन किए. Those are the known. Okay, unknown कौन सा है मेरा I13 and I24. First of all, I will find out the I13, which is required. Okay, suppose I13, I will join this I13. Okay, line joining I13 make a 2 adjacent triangle. Okay, if it do not make a 2 adjacent triangle, you have to take down the next one 2 and 4. Okay, make a 2 adjacent triangle. Now you have to consider it and do this. Okay,
मतलब एडजेसेंट ट्रायंगल बनाना है मतलब
हाँ बस adjacent triangle बन गया तो तुम्हें 2 पॉइंट्स मिल जाएंगे ना.
ओके सर
हाँ, for the straight line. दूसरे triangle से और एक straight line. You have to extend it. You will get the intersection point. Okay, I will explain the second one. Now, see the next one is okay. Next point is your I24. You have to find out the ICR I24. Again, it is the intersection of 2 lines. Again, you will make here the 2 triangles. Now join this first of all 2 and 4 in this circle. Okay. Now the line joining 2, 4 make a 2 adjacent triangle. Okay. Now this is the first and this is the second. Now tell me the consider the first triangle and tell me the 2 points. I
1, 4, I12.
correct. I14, I12. And consider the second triangle and tell me the 2 points. I
3, 4, I23.
I34, I23. Now come to the configuration diagram. See the I14, I12. Where is I14? Here is the I14 and here is the I12. Okay. Now join this and extend on both sides. Okay. Next, I34 and I13. Where is the I23? This is the 23. I34 is here. I23 is here. Now you have to join these 2 points and extend this line. Where it intersect to the previous line, you will get this point is instantaneous center of rotation of I2. Which one?
4. I24.
Okay. In this way, you will get the 6 number of ICRs, or you have to locate the 6 number of ICRs in the configuration diagram. Are you understand, all of you?
Yes.
Okay. Now come to the problem. What you have to find out in this case? Find the angular velocity of link BC. क्या निकलना है आपको यहाँ पे ओमेगा BC, correct? Omega BC is equal to this figure. You have to find out here omega BC. Now BC means which link? Now tell me in number omega. What is the number of link BC? 3, na?
3.
You have to find out here omega 3. Okay. You have to find out here omega 3. Now 3 is connected to which link? 4 and 2. Correct. 3 is connected to which link?
4 and 2.
4 and 2. Okay. We know now here in the given problem, the input link is given. We know the angular velocity of which link? Angular velocity of which link?
AB. Link AB.
Omega AB. Omega AB means, tell me in number.
2.
Omega
2.
2. Now tell me the value. 10 point. 47 na? How much?
हाँ sir, 10.47.
10.47. Okay. Omega 2 is 10.47. Omega 3 you have to find out. Now in previous lecture I have given the formula. What is the formula? Anyone? Get a formula omega?
Omega x upon omega y equal to I 1 y I x y upon I 1 x I x y.
Correct. Omega x upon omega y is equal to I, 1 with respect to denominator of left hand side, I1 y, and I1 with respect x and y, numerator and denominator, x y or y x, divided by I1 with respect to 1 denotes the fixed link, 1 with respect to numerator of the left hand side, I x y. Okay. Now this is the standard formula. Now in that case you have to consider x is your 3 and y is your 2. Suppose we consider here omega 3 is equal to omega x, okay, and omega 2 is equal to omega y. Now tell me the formula. क्या आएगा formula? Means I will write here. First of all, write down here omega 3 upon
Omega 2 equal
either write down omega 2 upon omega 3 or omega 3 upon omega 2. Omega 3 upon omega 2 or omega 2 upon omega 3 is equal to I1
2
correct, I1 2 I
3 2
3 2 or 2 3
upon
on
I 1 3
I1 3
I 2 I 3.
I2 3 correct. Okay. Now put the values here. Omega 3 आपको find out करना है. You have to find out this omega 3. Now omega 2 is known 10.47. Is equal to. Now this is very important point. I1 2 I2 3. Now see in the configuration diagram. What is this I1 2 I2 3? I1 2 is here. Correct?
ICR.
यहाँ पे I1 2 यहाँ पे है, and where is I2 3? Here is I2 3. Correct? We have to measure this distance by scale. What is this distance? How much is the distance? It is given in the numerical. How much?
300 mm.
300
300 mm.
300
300 mm.
mm.
300 mm. Either put in mm or meter. Okay. 300 mm divided by I13 I23. Where is the I13? Here is I13. Here is I23. Put this distance. Okay. Only you have to measure the distance. Is it right? Okay. Hello.
Yes, sir.
सर वो I12
हेलो
लिखा है क्या
सर
फॉर्मूला में?
हाँ.
सर वो I12 और I23 लिखा है क्या फॉर्मूला में? W3 upon W2 is equal to?
W3 upon W2 is equal to I12 I23. 3 है
Okay.
ये.
Okay, sir.
ये distance है ध्यान में रखना. Now I13 to I23 is the distance. Now that distance you have to measure. When you draw this configuration diagram, when you find out this I13 by scale, you have to measure that distance and you have to put the formula. Suppose we will consider here it is equal to P. ये measure करना है आपको. You have to put here P. Now you will get here omega 3. Correct? Only one term is unknown here, omega 3. And omega 3 is nothing but your omega BC, which is you have to find out. Or understand?
हॅलो सर एक्स आणि वाय च्या व्हॅल्यू कशा आल्या
X and Y you have to consider. This is the standard formula actually. This is the standard formula. Means suppose I will consider 3 and 4 link. You have to consider X is a 3 and 4, Y is a 4. And you have to put here. You will get the formula. Okay.
ओके सर
Replace that. X के बदले number डालना है वहाँ पे बस आप. But there is a relation between the links. Do not consider 2 and
फक्त
4.
लिंकचा नंबर ना
Number of link. But you have to take down the number in sequence. Okay, interconnected to each other. Means 2 and 3, 3 and 4. Don't take 2 and 4.
Adjacent link.
Adjacent link you have to take up. Okay, I understand all of you.
Sir,
Ah.
sir,
Yes,
omega
sir.
3 6.1
Omega
3
हाँ
6.15 ना.
okay. मुझे first of all tell me what is the distance p is equal to कितना है?
So
Which distance?
I23 और I13 का ना.
हाँ I23 to
हाँ,
I1
510
कितना है?
510 है सर. I23 to I13 का.
कितना 510 510 mm. ओके मींस यहाँ पे 510 डाल दिया तो कितना आ गया ओमेगा 3. How much is the omega 3? What is the answer?
500. 500.
हाँ ना 500 और 510 take down what is
So,
your answer?
498 आ रहा है तो 500 लेंगे अप्रोक्स.
Okay, because of the errors in your drawing there is a variation in the dimensions. Okay, जो भी आ रहा है वो लेना है. I will consider 510. Tell me omega 3. How much is the omega 3? Value of omega 3?
6.28.
6.28 or 5.8 like this. Okay, 6.2 I will write here. 6.2 radian per second. 6.2. Okay, I understand all of you.
Yes.
समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं? Okay.
हाँ सर.
This is you have to find out. Suppose I will take down one more point here. Find out the velocity c here. I have written to the left hand side c velocity c.
So your voice is
Right,
breaking.
I can find out the velocity c. Tell me the formula to find out velocity c.
Omega R.
Omega into r. Okay. Now what is the omega? You have to consider which omega? 2 or 3?
3. 3.
3 because c is a point on the link 3. Means omega 3 into r कितना रहेगा यहाँ पे? r. R is equal to radius of rotation of point C. Now C rotate with respect to which point? ICR of the C is, or the ICR of the third link is?
I13.
Correct. I13 means you have to take down which distance here? I13 to C. Correct. You have to take down this distance in meter. Omega 3 is known here 6.28 and find out the velocity C. Got it all of you? Okay.
360.
Velocity C कितना है?
360 I13.
I13 is
सर
your
13 कैसा है?
I13 C is your 360.
I13 से C का डिस्टेंस.
I13 to C distance is your 360. Okay. 360 means you have to convert it into meter and tell me the answer. कितना आएगा यहाँ पे? Omega 3 1 minute. 6.2 suppose. Omega 3 is your 6.3 into how much is the distance of I13 to C? 0.360 na?
Yes, sir.
360 meter is equal to, now what is the answer?
2.26.
Is equal to how much?
6.
2.26 or 6 meter per second is the velocity of point C. Got it? How to
Sir,
find out? हाँ,
सर वो रेडियस कैसे लिया? एक बार बताओ ना फिर.
radius में बताता हूँ. Actually, velocity C or C is a point on which link you have to consider third link because we don't know the omega 4. We know the omega 3, correct? And C is a point on the link number 3. Okay, now the ICR of link number 3. Now the link number 3 rotate which point? About which point? If you see figure, link number 3 rotate about which point?
ICR 13.
I13, correct? Means A radius, A center हो गया उसका. I13 is the center of rotation of the link BC. Okay, means C turn with respect to I13. Means I13 to C is the radius. Correct? I13
Yes sir.
to C is the radius. Got it? समझ में आया सबको?
हाँ सर.
Now take out the screenshot of this. Rushikesh Shinde, Rohan, Riya,
Sir.
are you understand?
Yes, sir.
Is there any doubt in this problem? Once you understand the one problem, you will get a clear idea. Okay. Screenshot लिया? Now take down the screenshot of this screen also.
सर आंसर क्या आ रहा है?
आंसर आंसर आ रहा है आपका 6 point correct answer.
132 आ रहा है.
1 minute. I will tell you the correct answer. .28 is the correct answer. Omega BC is the 6.28.
और वेलोसिटी ऑफ सी?
Our velocity is 2.2, 2.5 like this.
सर
2.32 आया है सर.
हाँ चलेगा, कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं. 2 भी आया तो भी चलेगा, 1.8 आया तो भी चलेगा. ओके.
हेलो सर,
हाँ
वीसी कैलकुलेट करते टाइम जो I13C है उसको 0.360 क्यों लिया?
अरे मेजर किया ना. I13C means what? See in the figure.
हाँ वो मेजरमेंट है तो मतलब
हाँ, this is the measurement.
0.360 क्यों?
Now you have to convert it into meter ना. Now this is your in
ओके ओके
360
फाइन,
is in mm.
ठीक है ठीक.
सर
हो गया?
360 क्या?
हेलो,
हाँ सर 360 डायरेक्टली लिया तो चलेगा.
डायरेक्ट कैसे लेंगे? यू हैव टू मेजर इट. हाँ डायरेक्ट लिया तो आंसर क्या आएगा? मीटर पर आएगा या mm पर आएगा?
mm पर आएगा ना सर.
हाँ ओके. हो गया? Okay, done all of you?
Yes.
Okay, now listen carefully. I have given the 6 to 8 problems to you. Okay, you have to draw each problem now separate page at the center, because when we extend the lines, we require the space for getting the intersection of the two lines. Got it? और एक पेज पे एक ही प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करना है. एंड डू दिस कैलकुलेशन ऑन द सेपरेट पेज. Don't do this calculation on the same page. Okay, once you solve this problem by ICR method, okay, further we have to solve this problem by using the relative velocity method. Okay, on the same page. There is no need to draw the separate figure again. I understand? ICR का प्रॉब्लम जो सॉल्व किया हमने वही प्रॉब्लम relative velocity method से सॉल्व करना है. ध्यान में रखना. On the same page. That time we will require the space. I have done the calculation on the same page, but you have to do the calculation on the separate page. You have to take on the screenshot. You have to write down the calculation on the another page. Okay, draw the diagram on the one page. Okay. समझ में आ रहा है? हेलो.
सर मतलब ये जो डायग्राम है वो एक ही पेज पे करना है और जो सम है वो अलग पेज पे करना है.
एक ही पेज. प्रॉब्लम एक ही पेज पे सॉल्व करना है. अभी कैलकुलेशन सिर्फ दूसरे पेज पे कर दो.
ओके.
At the time of exam, you can do on the same page because you will get the A2 size sheet. हाफ इंपीरियल शीट मिल जाएगा. शीट पे करना है वो. ठीक है. अभी आपके पास A4 पेपर. हाँ.
ओके, डायग्राम वर्क एक पेज पे करना है मतलब.
हाँ, अभी एक डायग्राम एक पेज पे सेपरेट करना है. कैलकुलेशन अनदर पेज. ठीक है. ऐसे 6-7 प्रॉब्लम दिए, वो ड्रॉ करके रखो. डोंट वेस्ट टाइम.
ओके.
वी विल सी द नेक्स्ट प्रॉब्लम.
हाँ.
समझ में आया ना सबको ये प्रॉब्लम?
हाँ सर.
Okay, now see the next one. What is the next problem? This one is the next, na? Correct? Okay, now what is the problem? Locate all the ICRs of the slider crank mechanism shown in figure. The length of the crank OB is given here. How much? 100 mm. Connecting rod AB are 100 mm. AB are given 100 mm and OB and AB are given here. OB is given 100 mm and AB is given here 400 mm. If the crank rotate clockwise, the rotation of the crank OB is given here with angular velocity is given here 10 radian per second. Directly angular velocity is given. Velocity of slider A find out करना है and angular velocity of connecting rod AB. Okay. Okay. ये ड्रॉ किया है कि नहीं प्रॉब्लम? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now
Yes,
how to
sir.
draw this?
Yeah.
I will explain again. How to draw this? I will explain here. Okay. First of all, you have to draw a horizontal line, dotted line. Okay. Now take down anywhere here on this line, point O, which is fixed. Next, क्या करना है? At an angle 45 degree, you have to draw OB. Correct? Na? 45 degree, you have to draw OB. And next, you can find out the A point. Anyone?
Compass.
Take down the distance in compass 400 mm. You have to take down here the scale. Scale क्या लिया है? 1 centimeter is equal to how much?
50 mm. 50 mm.
Okay. छोटा हो जाएगा बहुत. ठीक है. 50 mm means you have to draw OB 2 centimeter and AB how much? 8 centimeter. Take down the distance 8 centimeter in compass and draw arc. Where this arc intersect the dotted line, you will get the point A. Got it? And draw here slider. This is the point A. Okay. Now you have to find out the velocity of input link is given and it is rotated in clockwise direction. Now directly omega OB is given here. Na? Omega OB. How much? Input link is your OB. Rotate with an angular velocity 10 radian per second. Correct? Is it right? Hello?
Yes.
Sir. 10 radian per second.
Yeah. Now, how can find out the velocity B or velocity OB? Velocity, you can write down velocity OB or velocity B. Because the velocity at point O is 0, it is fixed. How can find out the velocity OB? Anyone? Is equal to omega OB
into OB.
correct distance OB. Now, here omega OB is given 10 into omega OB is given here. How much? OB is given here 100 mm means 0.1 correct मीटर. कितना आ रहा है फिर? वेलोसिटी भी कितना आया?
1 meter per second.
0.1 meter per second. 0.1 or 1?
1, 1.
1
1 meter.
One.
1 meter per second is the velocity B. Okay.
OB 0.1 कैसा है?
OB 0.1. Now the distance OB is given here. See in the figure. 100 mm दिया है already. We have to convert it into meter. मीटर में कन्वर्ट किया. ओके समझ में आया कि नहीं? हेलो.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now you have to solve this problem. क्या करना है? First of all, you have to draw configuration diagram. जो ड्रॉ किया हमने. I will repeat this. $45 डिग्री पे OB निकाला. And here is the E. A reciprocate inside the guide. Okay, it rotate in clockwise direction. Now this is the configuration diagram. You understand?
हो सर.
Okay. Now next, you have to next step क्या है? Draw configuration diagram. Second, find out the velocity of input link omega. Already OB is given here. How much? Omega OB is given 10, na?
Yes.
10 radian per second. हाँ sir.
10 radian per second. Now next, you have to mark the links, number of links in the given mechanism. Okay. Now first number किसको देना है?
Input.
Fixed point.
First number two,
OA.
which link?
Input link.
Input नहीं, input
OS.
के लिए second number.
Fixed.
First number for
Fixed link.
Okay, link.
OS.
now where this mechanism is fixed at O ना?
O and यहाँ पे लास्ट में स्लाइडर पे इधर पे.
यहाँ पे दिया है देखो O and यहाँ पे मीन्स वन नंबर डायरेक्टली दे दो वहाँ जितने भी फिक्स पॉइंट रहेगी मीन्स आई विल मार्क हियर 1 here is the 1. I have to give the next number to the input link, correct? Which is the input link here?
OB.
This one,
OB.
na? OB is the input link to. Now OB is connected to AB.
AB.
Is the third. One more link is here. Which one?
A.
Third
A.
connected to
Slider A.
slider A. Now this is your fourth link. आया समझ में? यहाँ पे 1, this is the 2, this is the 3, this is the 4. Correct? Once you will get the number of links, you have to find out the number of ICR. Same. N is equal to क्या आएगा? N into bracket N minus 1 upon 2. कितना आ रहा है? Number of ICRs कितने आएंगे? Number of ICRs are
6.
first. Once you will get the number of ICRs, you have to make a table of ICRs. जितने 6 आ गए उतने आने चाहिए वहाँ पे. On first row, you have to mark the number of links 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Yeah. चलो फटाफट. First column में क्या आएगा? I
1 2
correct. I 1 2. Second I
1 3
1 3. I 1 4. Same यहाँ पे I 2 3. Then I 2 4 हो गया. And last one is your I 3 4. Correct. Same table you will get here. Okay. Understand?
हाँ sir.
I have to mark the ICRs in the given mechanism. Now tell me at O which ICR you will get here. I at O intersection of first and which link?
I want to.
1 2.
I 1 2. Next at B
I 2 3.
I 2 3. Then at A, now here is the A point. यहाँ पे mark करता हूँ. यहाँ पे extend किया मैंने. Now at this point, which ICR you will get? Anyone? I
3 4.
correct. 3 and 4 is the slider. Third link slider को connect किया. Okay. And then next, one more ICR is remaining here. ICR of
1 4. 1
I
4.
want 4.
ICR of slider with respect to which
1
link?
4.
Correct. I 1 4. I 1 4 ICR कहाँ पे रहेगा?
Infinity.
Infinity and direction
Upwards and downwards, both sides.
perpendicular to
The velocity, the slider, velocity of the slider.
slider or motion of slider. Now this is your I 1 4 ना? Got it? बस इतना समझ में आना चाहिए. समझ में आया सबको? I understand all of you?
हो सर.
Sir I 1 4 का एक बार explain करो ना.
Okay. First of all, mark your attendance.
Okay sir.
Okay. 1 1 3. इतने स्टूडेंट है जाना. Presents are 113. I will download this attendees list. Don't mark proxy, okay, and don't send it to others. Don't mark proxy, okay. Those who are present only mark your attendance. Okay, I'll have to mark your attendance and come to the problem. Okay, यहाँ तक समझ में आया? Hello?
हाँ सर.
हाँ तो वो
I1
I1 पे
I1 location of ICR का लिया था हमने point. It is the point where you have to locate the ICR. When the two links are intersect, you have to ICR the mark the ICR of that link on the intersection point or the joint. And second, suppose slider A. If the slider reciprocate inside the guide, okay. Now ICR of that slider with respect to fixed link or that guide is perpendicular to the motion of slider. Perpendicular to the motion of slider. यहाँ पे motion of slider क्या है? Horizontal. You have to draw the ICR of that slider with respect to fixed link vertical. Okay. I1.
मतलब infinity आएगा ना वो.
Ah, infinity. It is infinity.
Okay sir.
Okay. Now next ICR you have to find out which one.
I13 and I24 find out करना है.
Now see here, there is no need to find out all the ICRs in the given mechanism, which are required. That one only you have to find out. If you read the problem, you have to find out here the velocity of slider A, okay, and angular velocity of AB. Correct? Means you have to find out in this case omega AB means tell me number omega 3. And next you have to find out velocity A. Velocity A is a slider. Correct? Means you have to find out the omega 3 only. Correct? Or I understand? Hello, Das.
हाँ sir.
है ना? हाँ. You have to find out omega 3. Now the angular velocity of input link is given. Omega OB is given means omega 2 is given. Correct? Now omega 2 is given. You have to find out omega 3. If you write here the formula to find out omega 3, what is the formula? Omega 3 upon omega 2 is equal to. क्या आएगा? Omega 3 upon omega 2 is equal to I. What is the formula?
I12 I23
I12 I23 divided by I13 I23, correct?
I23 yes.
I23. Now see the right hand side of this equation. Which ICRs are known here? I12 है. Here is I12, correct? This one. And I23 is here. Which one is unknown?
I13.
Correct. Means you have to find out here I13 only by using the Kennedy's theorem. We know the Kennedy's theorem. Draw circle of any diameter. Mark the point on that circle. There are 4 links. You have to mark the 4 points. Okay, and 4. I have to join the points. Those ICRs are known. I12, I23, correct? I23, I34, and I14. Is it right? I have to find out the unknown ICR. which one you have to find out here? I13 means you have to join I13. I13 is the intersection of two lines. Okay, now in circle you have to draw or to join the 1 and 3. You will get the two adjacent triangles, correct? Is it right?
Yes, sir.
Now tell me.
Yes, sir.
So first, suppose you have to consider this is the first triangle and this is the second triangle. Now tell me the two lines. First, you have to consider first triangle I1.
I12, I23.
Correct. I12, I23. Same as previous. Then second triangle I14.
I14, I34.
Correct. I34. Now see in the figure. Okay. Now join this I12, I23 and extend this. Okay. Now see the I14 and I34. Where is the I13, I14 and I34? Anyone? Where is I14? यहाँ पे I14 है, infinity. And where is I34? I34 कहाँ पे? Here is I34. Now this ICR is at A ना? Okay.
Sir, on slider.
हाँ, means the I14 or the infinity line जो भी है, now it is the line of I14 and I34. Where this intersect the previous line, you will get which ICR? This one I13. Correct? Right? समझ में आया कि नहीं? Hello? अभिषेक
I34 को
हाँ I34 यहाँ पर है at point A there is a I34 और I14 क्या है? It is the infinity through this I34. Correct? Means I34 and I14 are on the same line, infinity line.
पॉइंट ही रहेगा, मतलब वो एक्सटेंड नहीं होगा.
अरे लाइन इंटरसेक्ट किया ना मैंने, दिस इज द लाइन ना. I14 क्या है? It is the infinity line and it is passing through the I34.
ओके ओके.
यहाँ पे I34 मिल गया, I13 मिल गया. ओके, नाउ पुट द वैल्यू इनटू दिस इक्वेशन. यहाँ पे इक्वेशन है ओमेगा 3 फाइंड आउट करना है. ओमेगा 2 इज योर 10. I12 to I23 डिस्टेंस मेजर करना है तुम्हें. I12 to I23 मींस दिस डिस्टेंस. ओके, देन I13 to I23 मींस दिस डिस्टेंस. मेजर करके यहाँ पे डाल दो. नाउ यू विल गेट द ओमेगा 3. करेक्ट? इज इट राइट?
यस
सर.
Now next you have to find out the velocity A. Velocity A कैसे निकालेंगे? Velocity A is equal to omega. Which omega you have to consider here? 2 or 3? A is a point on link 2 or 3?
3.
So omega 3 into radius क्या आएगा? Velocity of A find out करना है. Means consider the third number link. Now tell me the ICR of third number link. What is the ICR of third number link? ICR of third number link. Which one? The link number 3 turn which with respect to which center?
I1.
I13. Correct? I13 into distance क्या है radius के लिए? I13 to which distance? A. Now this is the radius. Okay? Omega 3 you will get by using this formula. I13 to A distance is this one. Okay, put this distance in this. Okay. समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं?
Hello, sir.